Welcome aboard, everybody. Welcome to another Fox on Final live stream. I'm your Captain Bradley, and I'm so glad that you joined us for another edition of the Layover. It's a live stream that is solely focused on aviation. If you're new to the channel, we stream at least once a week, most of the time on Sunday nights, and we call it our in-flight entertainment on Sundays at 5 p.m. It's a time where we do flights all around the world, but as soon as we get up to cruise altitude, we'll play a secondary game that basically, passes the time so that we have a great time throughout the entire live stream. But tonight we are a FedEx feeder pilot, and we are sitting on the ground in Nevada. We're really excited for this. We're going to be flying in FSEconomy, so we'll be making some virtual money as we go about through the rest of the night. I'm really excited for it. It's a ton of fun, and it's a little bit different from what we do on Sunday nights. So we do have our first officer, Chris, in the chat. Chris, how's it going? Appreciate you being here. Let me see here. Sean, welcome to the stream, man. Hello, I'm doing an aviation project about FedEx and their Cessna 208. Ooh, chat on the screen. That's right, sir. We got chat on the screen. Sean, that's pretty cool, man. Well, I don't ever say that I'm an expert in any of this, so I wouldn't take anything I say as something you should put in your project, but maybe we can learn together, because that's really cool. Yoshi, what's up? First Officer Yoshi is in the chat. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump on in. On these flights, I like to have a little bit of music going, if you guys don't mind. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some of this on. I'm going to do some lo-fi tonight. I'm feeling some of the lo-fi. Cool. Okay, let me go ahead and bring it up. Cool, that'll keep us focused. That's a little too slow. Let's try that one. Okay, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to jump over to our planning side of what we've got going on. So you'll see we're loading up here. Let me get Chrome. For some reason, Chrome doesn't want to pop up. There we go. Welcome, Chrome. Thanks for joining us. FedEx needs a theme song. I agree, man. I agree that it needs a theme song. That's crazy. Also, I'm noticing that I've got some stuff in the corner there, and I apologize for the mess, but whatever. All right, so we are sitting on the ground at KP VF, and that is in Nevada. I'll show us in SkyVector pretty soon what that looks like. I went ahead and picked up a flight. I actually had to fly the Caravan from a different location all the way around today to get to this location in order that we have some pretty good flights to make some good money this evening. So we're sitting in Placerville, Nevada. I don't know if anybody out there is from there or knows where that is, but that is where we're sitting. And we're going to be flying to KRNO, which if I open this up in a new tab, is Reno Tahoe International. Yeah, should be pretty cool. We could fly an approach there, but we'll probably just fly visual. It's a beautiful day here in Reno, so we'll... Well, that was surely disappointing. Hey, if you're still here, thanks for, not leaving. My internet just crashed. I'm not really sure why, but it did, and that stuff happens. So, but hey, we're gonna roll with it. We're back up and running. Let me see if everything else is running. Chris, yes, it is Spectrum, actually. Not a good promotion for Spectrum, that's for sure. But hey, we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't even know if there's people still watching or not. I know Chris is. Chris, thanks for watching. I'm glad we got it back up and running. But hey, let's have some fun. Let's fly around and see what happens. So, okay. What I was saying before we were so rudely interrupted was that we're going to go ahead and we're already at KPFE. We're on our way to KRNO. We're going to pick up that flight. Right now it's 7 passengers. I know we're flying a FedEx plane, but it's really hard to find passengers or cargo in FSEconomy. So we're going to fly some passengers today via FedEx, which is not realistic, but that's okay. So we've got that going there. So let's jump over to SkyVector here, and we've got KPVF, and then Kilo Romeo November Oscar. So that's where we're going to be flying to. That's Reno Tahoe International. And if I'm looking at the flight plan down here, you see this magenta line. That's our flight plan that we'll be flying. And one thing that I'm noticing about this flight plan is that we've got this little VOR, or this little nav aid, right here in the center. And I'm going to want to pick that up because I'm going to fly via the Needles on our way to Reno. Kind of dark if you think about it. I'm confused. Help me out with that one, Chris. So we're going to type in this VOR. We've got a frequency here of 113.2, and we've got the code of SWR, so we'll make sure that that's in there as well. I'm actually going to just throw that in here so that we can see what that's going to look like. It also tells us that we're on a 026 FedEx Flying People. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll give you that. 026 on our way out, and then 035 on the outbound on the way to Reno. And once we get a little bit closer, then we'll type some of that stuff in. So here's to hoping the sim still works. I did not restart the sim, so we'll see if it works or not. Yeah, let's go from there. So we'll jump into the cockpit. And like I was saying earlier, hopefully this wasn't what crashed my internet. I'm going to have a little bit of Spotify up for us. so we can enjoy it. Much more chill stream this evening, so we'll get that music up and running. I'm going to jump us into the simulator, and we'll go over here to our battery. We'll go ahead and get that to the on position, and we'll get our avionics 1 up and running. That'll show us that our avionics are up and running here. We'll let those click on. Perfect. And then we'll jump up to our fuel tanks. So we'll get those right and left turned on. And then we'll jump down here to our controls. So I'm going to have mixture all the way off to start. Prop is going to be all the way up. So this blue one that I just pushed forward is our propeller. So we can control the speed of the propeller. This is a turboprop airplane. So we have that. And then I'm going to have just a little bit of throttle for our engine start. And once we get up to a 10% or basically a peak on our N2, which is this guy right here, our RPMs, once we get to about a peak of 10, that's when I'll introduce that mixture, and that'll start up the engine. So we'll go to our batteries here. We'll go ahead and get our fuel boost or fuel pump to the on position. We'll get our beacon light turned on so people know that we're ready to rock. And then we can actually get our starter on. We'll watch our avionics. So you see that peak of 10. And we'll start to introduce mixture. See our oil pressure's in the green. That's really good. And as soon as that ITT or that NG rises into the green, we can shut our fuel boost off. Perfect. So we can jump back over here to our starter and get our fuel boost to the normal position. Get our starter off. We've got a good start on our hands. And that's looking good. Welcome passengers. We don't have seats because cargo plane. Find something to hold on to. That's very true. Although I will say this plane is set up to be a passenger plane, and I just have the FedEx livery on it. So we do have a bunch of seats in here. But we got this cool wing view too. So we'll take advantage of that a little bit later. All right, so we've got a good start. That's looking good. Let's see. We can get our avionics 2 to the on position. Perfect. So that's all looking good. Okay, I think that's good. We can get our pitot heat on, which is the stall heat. Get that ready to go. And okay, so I'm going to put in some of this information here. So if I'm jumping back to our plan here. So like I said, we've got 1132, and then I saw on here we're outbounding at a 026 radial or direction. So we'll make sure that we throw that in right now. So let's go to our avionics, and I'm going to actually do some stuff on my Bravo throttle quadrant. Pretty soon we'll have a camera angle so you can see what I'm doing, but for now you'll just have to watch the screen. Okay, so let's set that course. Well, first of all, we need to go to the right navigation. So I said 1132, right? Yep, 1132. And we'll make that active. SWR, perfect. And this saves some of my settings from the last time I flew it. So we've got our DME here, and then our bearing here, which is great. We're about 35 miles out from that VOR, which is great. Okay, so now I'll set the course. So I'll set this to 0. There we go. 026. There's 27 and 26. Perfect. And then I'm going to set my heading bug to runway heading. So if I actually jump back over to here, and I'm going to pull up this chart. So we've got this here. Let's see. Where's our runway headings? So we've got a 6.2 and a 242. Let me see if I can see like some type of windsock. There's no ATIS here. This is an uncontrolled airport. and AWASs do not work in this simulator yet, which is disappointing unless you're on a network of some kind. So we're going to do the one that flies us straight out. So if we're going to go on a 2.6, we want to be on a 6.2. So we'll go ahead and go to that. So dial in that heading of 062. Perfect. And I think that's good for our navigation. If I go back over to one last time to our planning. Oh, I'm still on the planning. Sorry about that. One last thing I want to see is, first of all, what airport, two things. What is airport elevation? So let's see, that should be somewhere around here. 2580. 2580. So I'm going to get our barometric pressure close to that. So it's probably around 32.2. That's probably what we're looking at. Okay, that's set to go. And then our altitude, I'm going to look at one more thing. I'm going to look at some of these charts here. So if I'm looking for the highest altitude I need to be at, I see that I've got 9,600 feet here. I also see that I've got 10,700 here. Airport elevation in Reno is 4,000, so that's a steep descent. There might be a way for us to like cut in around here and like go around this mountainscape, but I think no matter what, we should probably be at, I'm gonna say 8,000 to start, or we'll go to 9,000. We gotta go to 10. We gotta go all the way up to 10. So we'll go all the way up to 10 on our altitude. So I'll get that plugged in. 10,000. There's 10. All right. So with that, I think we're ready to go ahead and get started on our taxi out of here. Let's see, 6.2 is is facing our right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the left here. Follow the 80 though. Is this 80 right here, Chris? Is this Interstate 80? We could do that. We could fly the VOR and then fly the road. I can't tell if this is Interstate 80 or not. You might know that. Alright, let's get out of here, guys. Let's go ahead and get our flight started. So we'll go to action. There it is, now it's connected. And we'll start our flight. You lie. Let me make sure I still have this plane rented. Oh no, I don't. Did someone take it back from me? No. Okay. Alright, we're okay. We're okay. We've got it. Probably just timed out because I had it reserved for too long. Okay, let's see if I've... There we go. You saw the aircraft bounce a little bit. That sets the weight and the fuel load of what's in FSEconomy in the actual simulator, which is really cool. Okay, we are ready to get set here, guys. So let's go ahead and get our taxi light to the on position. I'm going to get our parking brake off, and I'm going to go into what's called beta, which is taking the mixture all the way up, and I'm going to give just a little bit of throttle to get us moving. The crazy thing about this airplane is that because it's a turboprop, and we're going to do our typical... Oh, we just barely missed him. We made it. Crazy thing about this this aircraft, because it's a turboprop, it is incredibly fast on a taxi. Like incredibly. Oh, Chris says yes. Okay. Yeah, we could try that, Chris. We could fly the 80. And so taxiing is insane. So if you actually look down here, you'll notice I have no throttle going. It's purely mixture and prop that's propelling us forward, and I even kind of have to use brakes right now in order to keep us from going incredibly fast. So it's just a funky thing about the airplane, it being a turboprop. Okay, let's see. We've got our runway up here. Perfect. And we'll kick this to the left. We'll look down the left side, make sure no one's coming. Looks good. And that looks good there. Oops, that was the wrong button, sorry. That's what I was trying to hit. And we'll stop short. And we'll put our parking brake back on. And we'll go ahead and set our flaps so you can watch those come down. Right on. And let's see, anything else we need to do on our pre-flight checklist? I don't think so. I think we're good to go. Everything seems to be in the right position. Let's go ahead and get out of here. These people got to get to Reno. Got to get to Reno. Alright, let's give it a little bit of throttle, get us going. And we'll take this one on the roll. Get our landing lights on. Taxi lights can come off. Get our no smoking and seatbelt signs on as well. Alright, we'll look down the runway. Runway 5. Alright, get our throttles to 40. And we'll set our power. Power set and achieved. Airspeed is alive. Looking for 70 knots on the rotate. And rotate, bring our nose up. And we'll start our left turn out onto our course. It's a little bumpy up here in the mountains. And we'll start to pitch for our 105 on the climb out. Now that we're clear of the airport, we'll go flaps clean. And we want to be at about 105. That's what we're looking for. Turn right onto our heading. Alright, we're looking good. Again, we'll hand fly a lot of this. Save the autopilot stuff for when we need it. And we're looking good on our climb out. Chris says, Brad, can you explain feeder planes pilots? I sure can, Chris. So, you know, everyone knows that FedEx and UPS and all of these other aviation companies that do shipping have a lot of flights. They've got the big aircraft that do a lot of their their big hauls. But then there's a lot of shipping that is point to point. That's shorter flights. That doesn't make any sense to have big MD-11s and those kind of planes, flying around. So what they've done is they've taken the Cessna Caravan. I don't know if it was created for this. It's basically I don't know, maybe Sean could actually tell us. He's the one writing a paper on it. But basically what it's basically a minivan of the skies is essentially what it is. It can carry a lot of weight, or a pickup truck if you will. It can carry a lot of weight, carry a lot of people. So it's it's super versatile, and it allows for the smaller runs, quicker runs to happen. And so typically what happens is pilots, when they graduate from flight school, they will you got to get to 1,500 hours airtime in order to make it to a lot of these top airlines. And so people are always looking for ways to build hours, and one of the ways you can do that is by being a feeder pilot for companies like FedEx, UPS. Typically they are also ran by outside companies. So there's all kinds of smaller companies that have these like feeder operations, and so that's basically, so they do shorter hops. Typically they happen at night, and if you are a pilot for those, it's very much the same thing over and over and over again, from spot to spot. We won't be doing that tonight. We'll try and hit a couple different airports, but that's essentially what a feeder pilot does. Is they run the shorter routes, a lot more takeoff and landings, but in a much smaller plane. So thanks for asking, Chris. All right, we're looking good. Crossing through 7,000 feet. It is bumpy up here. We can get our landing lights off. Let's see what we're looking like outside. Should turn the autopilot on first. Let's get back on course here. Do I know how many flights a feeder pilot can run in a day? That's a great question. I'm not sure. So I'm not a real world pilot. I wanted to be one, but the travel for a real world pilot is pretty insane, and it just didn't make sense for me and my family. So but when I was looking into it, one of the things was I was looking at being a cargo pilot. It was always one of my dreams to fly for FedEx. So when I was looking at it, that was one of the things I noticed. They would do about 1 to 2 hops a day, but it was like there and back, and that was their day. And it just depends on where you're flying, who you're flying for, and yeah, basically it kind of just depends on the company, to be honest. I would assume that it's it's not as many as like a typical corporate pilot. We're 300 feet to go. We'll start to bring our nose down here. Apply some forward pressure. You see it blinking on the navigation there. There's our 10,000 feet. Got a little bit more to go. There's 10,000, so we'll start to level this out. And this plane takes a lot of trim. It is kind of like that, Chris, that they own their own route company. You're very much I don't want to say you're at, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of the company. It's whatever the company wants to do. There's not too many people that are like freelance pilots. That is a thing, but it's not super typical. And but it is sort of like that. Man, it is bumpy here in Nevada. Does yaw damper work yet? No, yaw damper still doesn't work. Alright. Alright, so we're trimming out. This plane just loves to climb. I'm going to bring the prop back just a little bit to quiet down the airplane a little bit. You notice when I do that, it actually doesn't really affect our performance too much, which is pretty crazy. Am I in California? Oh my goodness, I am. I totally thought Placerville was in Nevada. Well, I'm glad one of us is paying attention, Chris. Glad one of us is paying attention. Alright. Now that we're kind of at our cruising altitude and we're looking good here, I'm going to try and get a little bit back on track on this course. I'll navigate, you fly. Perfect, man. Alright. Let's go ahead and get, bring our music up a little bit more than game sounds. I hear a plane's engine running the entire time. Alright, we can start to make a right turn back on course now that we're more centered up. And I'm actually going to turn our nav mode on and turn on the autopilot. Let it fly that course. Alright, well that's doing that. Let's jump down here. So, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. There's Lake Tahoe right there. So, SWR, that's the VOR that we're tracking right now. So we'll stay tracking that. And then basically from there, see, can I move this at all? I can. Beautiful. From there, it should be up and to the right. There's our airport right there. KRNO. So here's the VOR, here's the airport, so we're going to track that basically like that. We can try and locate the highway and fly via the highway. That could be fun. Right now I just see these like lakes and stuff. Not seeing any roads. Sync up my heading bug. Cool. Well guys, I hope you are having a great day. This is my last week of my in between my old job and my new job. So this is I've been doing a lot of flight simming over the last few days. A lot of work on the stream, trying to make it better for you guys, and always trying to improve. So I hope, I hope if this is content that interests you and that you're curious about or you want to learn more about. I hope that this is a place that you can learn and also grow with me as I'm learning more about aviation through this live stream. That's one of the things I like about it so much, is that it forces me to learn more about aviation, which is really cool because I just love it so much. But if it is something that interests you and you know some people that might be interested in it as well, feel free to share this content with them. You can also let them know that we are on Instagram, so you can follow us on Fox on Final. And we also have a Discord. You can find all of that information on where to find us in the description below in this video. You can find links to that. So, I know, Chris, this view is awesome, man. It's fantastic. In fact, let's get me out of there. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm out. Goodness, it's beautiful. Alright, let's see how far away we are. Alright, so we're actually ready to start our outbound. See a road? Is that it? Ooh, do I feel confident tracking that? Alright, let's start our outbound of 3-5. And we'll set this back to nav mode. Let that take over. And for some reason our altitude hold came off, so I'm gonna make sure we altitude hold at 10,000 feet. It's also beautiful that the model, the glass struts for the doors. Oh, I know, man. They really haven't missed any details. Any details whatsoever. Alright, so let's jump back over to planning here for a second. And let's see what we got here in Reno. So we got 4,400 feet as a field elevation. Can I zoom this in at all? Yeah, I can. But I can't move it after I do that? I have to do it by hand. Man. Let's get that out of there. Okay, so 4,400 feet. That's our landing elevation. We do have an ATIS. 135.8, so we'll go ahead and put that in here in just a second. The other thing I wanted to see is, does it have a VOR? Pretty close. We'll take this Mustang 1779. We'll put that into our second navigational thing here. 117.9, and we'll put that in there. So FMG Mustang. Okay, so we're about 28 nautical miles out. That's great. So we can actually probably pick up that ATIS. Flying over North Star Ski Mountain. There you go. A little bit of seeing the sights. Let's pull out this airport diagram one more time. Okay, I'm gonna tune to 135.8. And we'll listen to this for just a second.
Reno Airport information, Mike 00000. Wind 066 at 8. Visibility 10.
8.
Site conditions,
006.
at 600 feet, view clouds at 4,300 feet, view clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature 19. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.32. Visual runway tree 4 right and ILS runway tree 4 left in use. Landing and departing runway tree 4 right and runway tree 4 left. DSR aircraft, say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller, on initial contact, you'll have Mike.
Alright, so we have Mike. And it sounds like we have to, we're going 3-4 right or 3-4 left. And I just put us about 20 degrees to the left because I saw those mountains and we were not going to make it over that. So we'll fly around these mountains and kind of circle in. Let's see, do we see, is that might be, let me put us back over to here. That might be the road, Chris. That might be 80 right there. I don't quite know where it goes. We're gonna fly through this valley and we'll fly around to the right. Okay, so back over to here. So 135, so we're landing 3-4. We'll land 3-4 right, and then this is probably general aviation parking right here. So that's we'll try and make it into this area. Cool. All right, let me bring Spotify back up. Should use Tahoe Truckee Airport off to the left. Chris, do you follow oh yeah, it does. Look at that. There it is right there. Highway 80. Isn't that it? Or is that's just the river? Flying over these mountains will get us a little bit closer. Chris, do you watch Trent Palmer at all? He flies out of Truckee. No, that's the road to the right of the river. Oh, I see. Okay, so the road basically goes along it. That's interesting. Oh, you do watch Trent Palmer? Yeah, dude. One of these times we'll fly, we'll do some bush flying, and we'll fly some of those routes that he flies. Yeah, and his front yard, that's right. Man's got a freaking wicked setup. All right. Should start seeing the airport around here somewhere. Should be off to our right. I think that's it right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's it. So we'll make left traffic for that. Okay, let's start putting in our descent altitude. So airport's at 4,400, so we want to be at 6,000 feet, 1,500 feet above the airport. Perfect. And we can go ahead and set a V speed down for that. And we'll start to bring back our throttle here. Bring back our torque. And then I'm going to give us another 30 degrees or so to the right. Start making our right turn. Pretty hard bank angle if there's people in the seats. We're used to flying cargo. Okay, so we're going down at about 900 feet a minute. Start to pull that throttle back, getting a little fast. Probably have to extend a downwind here. For altitude and for and speed. Looks like a golf course off to our right. I'm down. Speaking of that, PGA Tour 2K21 this Sunday. Continuation of the Fox on Final Golf Tournament. 5 p.m. this Sunday, in-flight entertainment. Flying from Ontario to Salt Lake City. Should be a good one. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start turning us a little bit more to the right. Steep bank angle here. Hope you guys got your seatbelts on. Who's all playing? I think Yoshi might play, and try and convince Danny to play as well. See if he's interested. Alright, we are abeam the airport, so that means we gotta get our Spotify down here. Bring up our sounds. Sure, to get ready to land this airplane. Go another 10 degrees to the south. Not getting nauseous. Sorry back there. This is one of the greatest features of this airplane is the windows. My goodness. Alright, we're at 7,000 feet. We're going to start pulling that way back. I'm actually going to take the controls. Start leveling out here. We're under 150 knots, so I'm going to go flaps 1. And it loves to fly up once those flaps come in. This airplane loves to fly. Alright, we're going to start a left turn onto our base. Just watch our speed a little bit. Don't want to get too slow. Base leg all set up. And I'm going to send us into landing. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. There's the airport there to the left. We'll turn final here in just a second. I want to make sure that we're still descending though. go ahead and make that left turn onto final. Pretty good. Gonna line up perfectly. Roll it out. Little overshoot, but not much. Start to really pull that power back. Alright, we're looking good. We're on a better glide path now. Descending a little steeply. Can level that out just a little bit. And I'm gonna go flaps full, which is gonna kick us way forward. So we're gonna, or way up, sorry, nose up. There's our speed coming back now. We're gonna land about 70 knots. This plane does have reversers, so you'll hear the reversers kick in as soon as we land. We're a little fast. I like the way this is looking, guys. We're looking good. Get a little bit more to the left here.
500.
Looking good. 500 feet to go. A little bit of a crosswind. We got a lot of runway, so we can land long. Not worried about it. And we'll go to flight neutral. And we'll go into our flare. And floaty McFloats. And we're down. Reversers. Try and hold that center line. Missed that taxiway, but that's alright. Alright, reversers can't get stowed. Alright, good touchdown, guys. Not bad. Go to our next taxiway here. Go ahead and bring myself back in. That was a fun one, guys. Hope you enjoyed that landing. Go ahead and take this taxiway here. Accidentally just engaged the... Survived another one. Alright, we'll exit the runway here. I don't know what this guy thinks he's doing. Can't just drive on the runway, buddy. And we'll clean up our flaps. Get our taxi light on. Like I said, this thing loves to go. Taxiing this thing is a lot of footwork. Basically riding the brakes the entire time. Go ahead and flip this around right here. Got the tower there in the corner. Reno International Airport. It's a random tree. And we'll make a left turn. And we'll spin it around right on this line. Alright, parking brake's coming on. You'll see that should have killed the flight. Okay. Why did this not go? Huh. Are you kidding me? Well, that's not good. For some reason that crashed. Well, we might be redoing that flight, guys. Tell you what, this stream is having a rough go. Yep. Well, instead of flying back, we're just gonna reload into the sim. So here, let's do this. Let's go ahead and we'll shut this guy down. So we'll get props and throttles there. Get our fuel pump to the opposition, starter to the opposition. Avionics can come off. And we'll go ahead and go to the main menu. While that's doing that, goodness guys, I'm sorry about that. Let's jump over to see flight in progress. Yeah, cancel flight. We'll start again. It noticed that our game crashed, and I bet you that's what threw this off. I bet you that's what threw this off. Well, that's disappointing, but we get to do it again. Practice does make perfect, I guess. We'll get a live flight going, and we'll start that guy up. Get our music back up to being the louder thing here. While we're doing that, though, let's jump over to KRNO, and let's plan the flight after that. So we could grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. KTVL, I believe, is like a dirt runway area. That could be a fun one. I'm going to go ahead and say that probably so is 068. Well, guys, that was extremely disappointing, but more flying. More flying indeed. Alright, let's jump back into the sim. You guys know this one. We've done it already. Get our battery going here. Battery's coming on. Get our avionics 1 on.
Okay.
Jump up to our fuel tanks. Get those right and left turned on. Jump back to our battery. Actually, let's make sure that this is on and set. And then we'll go to our power here. This is at 0. This should be at 100%. This is going to be just a little bit. Perfect. Okay, we'll go to our battery and our starter. We'll get our fuel boost to the on position. And we'll get our starter to the on position. We'll watch our avionics here. Again, we're looking for 10 on this NG. Perfect. And we can bring this up to 50%. Oil pressure's coming in. Perfect. NG starting to rise. ITT is rising. Oil pressure's now in the green. Looking good. We should get a good start here in just a few seconds. There's our good start. We are good to go. We can get our starter to the off position, fuel boost to the normal position. Lake Tahoe Airport in South Lake Tahoe. I'm trying to, oh, you know what? I'm thinking of a different airport that I flew in today. That's more of a dirt path. We might make it to Lake Tahoe. That's a fun one. You fly over the lake. That would be a fun one. Alright, let's get Avionics 2 to the on position. Cool. And then we'll jump back over to our flight plan. Go over to my flight. And we'll pull this up. Go back on here. Same flight is already running. I just want to look for that 113 is what I was looking for. 113. Come here. And I'll set our course. Well, first of all, let me put the nav in. 113.2. Here's 0.2. Perfect. 35 nautical miles away. That's great. And then now we can set the course to, what was it? 026. There's 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Perfect. Now we can get our altitude. We're going to go all the way up to 10,000 feet. There's 10,000, I see it. And we'll set our heading bug for 060. Or is it 64? .62, 062. 062. We'll fly runway heading. Runway true heading, I should say. Okay, cool. Let's jump back over into the sim. Beacon and taxi lights are on. We'll get our pitot heat on. No smoking and seatbelt signs are in the on position. And we're not going to mess this up again. We'll start our flight. See, it must have crashed on us halfway through, right? Because I did that. I remember it bouncing. I remember talking about it. I don't know what happened on that one. I'll have to go back and watch the tape later. Alright. We're looking good though. We're all set. Go ahead and you know what? Let's get our flaps in the correct position. There we go there. And we'll get our parking brake off. And we'll get our mixture up to 100% to basically what they call beta mode. A little bit of thrust to get us moving forward. Let's see if Jerry's grown at all. Flaps might take him out. Oh no, they missed him. Thank you, Jerry. Just name that guy Jerry. Alright, taxi on out of here. I'm going to keep an eye on that program, make sure it doesn't crash again. That one could have been user error. I may have accidentally X'd out of it, maybe? I really truly don't know. Sure I can see here. There's runway 5. And we're going to take this one on the roll. We're already, landing lights are coming on, taxi light is coming off. We're already set for takeoff, guys. Let's get out of here. We've done this before. I'm going to do one thing differently this time. I just said I'm going to take it on the roll, but I'm actually going to set our power first. This is a shorter runway than I thought it was. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to line up straight. I'm going to put my feet on the brakes. I'm going to bring up my throttles. And I'm going to bring it back just a little bit. I don't want my ITT in the red. Man, I'm not getting much torque though. It's probably normal. Let's try that again. Alright, we'll bring our power up. There's white. I'm going to release the brakes. Keep our power going. Takeoff power is set and achieved. Airspeed is alive. Looking for around 65, 70 knots. A lot of wind. Got a lot of deflection going here. Yeah, we're going to rotate out of here. Clear the runway. I'm going to bring our flaps up. And I'm going to pursue on course. Pitching for 104 is what we're looking for that climb out. There we go. Start to trim out. Go to the left here a little bit, get back on course. See that needle coming in. Turn right back onto course. Right onto that course. You saw that needle come in. And we'll roll out. 926 heading. Now we're looking good. Passing through 5,000 feet, halfway up. Nasty crosswind. lightning bug over. On our way up to 7,000. Let's get some of that audio better for us. It's getting a little loud in my ears. Can't imagine what it sounded like in yours. Let's get a good wing view going here. Actually, let me get autopilot going here. Fly nav mode. And we'll go IS mode. Climb out at about 115 knots in autopilot. I mean, there's uglier views, that's for sure. Does look good. Guys, I'll give you this nice view out our window here for just a second. for here is right here. So we're about 15 nautical miles out from that navigational point where we need to switch onto the new heading. About 15 nautical miles away. Alright, we are 8 miles out. We need to switch that course. Keep an eye on it. Our prop speed is a little high, so I'm going to bring that back. Probably increase the throttle just a little bit. Make sure everything's staying in the green. It is bumpy out here. Bumpy. That lake. I mean, look at that sun setting on that lake, though. Really pretty. What a beautiful airplane, too, by the way. It's supposed to be modeled like a brand new one, I guess. Incredible. Zoom out our range here. There's that VOR. That 10 knot headwind is no joke. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Are they trying to say that's snow? I don't think it's snowing right now. There's the lake. There's Lake Tahoe. So that other airport's over here. 1 mile. We are looking for, I'm just going to remind myself. 3.5 is what we're looking for. 3.5. We can go ahead and start turning the course. There's 3.5. Get back on nav mode. Bank a little bit to the left here. There we go, we're shooting that valley. Alright, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and let's jump out and let's find our next flight here. KTVL is a shorter flight. I think we could use a short one. Let me see what's... Is there stuff here though that we could pick up if we wanted to keep flying? Not really. So what if we did, what's at this guy? Nothing, we're coming right back to KR now. 120 nautical miles. That doesn't sound fun. That's a little far. This might be actually what we end up doing, so. Anyone in the chat, if you're watching, what do you guys think? KTVL? That seems like our best option. It's a shorter flight, it's decent money. Short flight and decent money. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing that we did last time. We're going to go to heading mode. And we're going to go about 20 degrees. Does have a cool descent. $20 degrees to the left should be good. Put us right on track to that valley. We'll go ahead and pick that up. We'll go ahead and pick up KTVL. So come down here, add selected assignments. So what's great about that is when we land, the airplane will not disappear for me. It'll just automatically keep it saved for me, which is great. So these, see, this is a new page for FSEconomy, and it looks really good. I'm digging the, digging what they got going on here. So this is the current thing we're going. We're standing to make, we won't make exactly this. We won't make $5,300, but we'll make something close to it. And these are somewhere else. That's funny. At our landing location. That's great. really like this view. It's awesome when they model the whole airplane and you can set up these wing views very easily. Yoshi, I agree, man. The mix of this, I'm telling you, this lo-fi music with these views, can't beat it. Even though we've already done this flight. Can't beat it. So we could probably start descending. So let's pick our altitude of 6,000 feet. And we're gonna do a slow descent down. There's 6,000. And then we'll jump over here to V-speed. About 500 feet a minute. Let's go about 600. Start to pull our power back so we don't watch our speed a little bit. Fox on full descend. That's right. Yoshi, the Yoshi in your avatar looks more than 16 bits. It's funny. Alright, we're on our way down. Pretty soon we'll start to make a right turn. We'll go through this valley. We'll make left traffic. I drew it, that's why. Still looks pretty cool though, man. I like it that it's not like, you know, it's not like you didn't just take a PNG of Yoshi. Like, I think that's important. I think it looks really cool, man. Alright, we can start to make a right turn. Oops. Do that every time. Every time. Probably go a little bit more. Alright, I see one of the runways in the distance. Which, to be honest, would be more of a straight-in landing. What is that distance? Can I land there? Where's runway length? 6,000. Oh, I could totally land on that. That's alright. We'll do our 3-4. What we do need is the ATIS. 135.8.
Reno Airport information, Mike 0100 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition, few clouds at 600 feet, few clouds at 4,300 feet, few clouds at 12,200 feet. Temperature.
Start a right turn.
Dew point 10. Altimeter 30.26.
3026.
Runway 16 left and ILS X-ray runway 16 right in use. Landing and departing runway 16 left and runway 16 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Mike.
Alright, we got Mike. We've got Mike. 3026. Perfect. Start to bring our power back. Setting that flat idle. 150 knots, we can go flaps 1. Bring that power back in. And we're going to keep our traffic pattern pretty tight this time. Landing lights are coming on. And let me make sure that we are in the right thing. Perfect. And we'll make a left turn for our base leg. Continuing our descent. And we'll kind of roll that out. See if I can see the runway now. Cool. Looking good. Kind of level off a little bit here. Keep that power coming back. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start trimming. Make sure I get this guy ready to go for landing. Yeah, we can start to make a left turn. Little short. Got a downwind this time. Alright, let's slow this puppy down. We'll go flaps full. And it's going to want to pitch up. Make sure we'll put that trim in as we continue our descent down. We're landing on downwind, which is not ideal, but also not the end of the world. We're looking good. I'm going to start descending a little bit more. We're going to go prop full. Get our landing configuration going here. slow. Put some power back in. See if we can nail center line this time. We don't have that nasty crosswind, so. A little slow, but that's all right. Go to flight idle, kick in some rudder and flare, a little bit of bounce, and we'll go reversers and brakes, and we'll stow the reversers. Alright, not too bad. We're going to make the taxiway this time. Should be great for our next leg. It'll be a shorter taxiway out, that's for sure. Alright, we got our right turn. And I'm gonna get my taxi lights on, my landing lights off. I'm gonna go flaps clean. Pull into here. Perfect. And we're just going to pull right in, flip around. And we'll make our 180. It's one of the cool things about this airplane. You basically put full left rudder with left brake and a lot of power. You can make a left turn, almost in place. One of the benefits of a turboprop. There we go. All right, we'll go ahead and park it there. Parking brake is coming on. This time it counted. Perfect, and we still have our aircraft for rent. Right on, guys. This is a good one. Let's go ahead and shut the plane down. Get ready for our next leg here. So first things first, we'll come to our power management. We'll get these guys to the off position. We'll go over to our battery, and we'll get our fuel boost to the off position, starter to the off position. Avionics 1 and 2 can come off. We'll hit continue here. Perfect. We'll come up to our fuel tanks. We'll get those to the off position. And then we can kill our battery. There we go. We're ready for our turnaround state. I have no idea why the prop is still spinning. It was in motor. Starter was already off. Duh. Alright. We're in an off state there. So let's go ahead and jump over to our planning stage. We'll probably do one, maybe two more flights. Back over to FSEconomy. Go to my flight. Curious to see how much we made on that last one. $3,900. Not bad. Alright, let's go to my flight. KTVL is 38 nautical miles away. Calculate our fuel really quick. Excuse me. 12 gallons, and we've got 20. That's close. That's close. I typically like to have 8 gallons in reserves. So we'll fuel up a little bit. This guy's gonna get a blessing from us, that's for sure. So we'll go to this refuel. Choose a provider. We need Jet A, so 359. We'll take Reno, Nevada. They've got the most. NorCal Air. And we want to fill this to let's just fill it up to 30. Cool, so now we got 30 gallons. Should be good. 2.8 uses PT68 turbine. Knew more than I needed about it in my last job. Ah, thanks for the nice comments on the landing, guys. Appreciate it. Chris, great little turbine, strong, durable, and huge aftermarket. How do you know about all that, Chris? That's really interesting. All right, KTVL, we're good. So let's jump over here to this, and we'll go back to here, and we'll clear this out. So right now we're at KRNO. We go to KTVL, and we get rid of this VOR. Perfect, that's direct. So I kind of want to fly over the water again. I thought that was fun. Is there a... I wonder if I could go by the ski lifts and like come up and over this way. And like kind of kick in on this side. I don't see any reason why I couldn't. Other than altitude. Worked for a bearing repair company. We service PT6 bearings. One of the few Pratt & Whitney products they actually let us service. Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go up that way. Alright, so we'll jump back in the aircraft. Get our lights to the off position there. And we can get our battery back on. And we'll get our fuel tanks back on. And let's get our avionics on. So according to SkyVector, we need to be on a 183 heading. So I'm going to plug that in. So that way we know how to kind of get back here. I'm going to take this VOR off.
TOS system test. Okay.
Can I kill this completely? No. I always have to have something. Alright. Can I set up any DMEs? I don't think this has any frequencies I could dial in. Yeah, they want to go off the SWR one that we went off of to get here, so that's alright, we don't need it. We'll fly off our own abilities. Alright, altitude. 10,000 feet. 10,000 feet is set. Alright. Let's jump back into the sim completely. And we'll go to... we'll get our beacon on. And let's get all of our power stuff set up here. So this is in the off position. This can go to full. This can go to idle. Let's get our... see if I can scoot over just a little bit. Yeah. Let's get our trim set back up correctly. It moves very slowly. Very slowly. Alright, that's good about there. We want to be just slightly above. Oh, Marley. Hey. Heard Marley's preaching tonight. Go Marley. Alright, cool. So we'll go to our avionics here. We'll get our fuel boost to the on position. Get our starter to the on position. Watch our avionics come alive. Get ready to introduce fuel. And we can introduce mixture. Everything's coming alive. Oil pressure's in the green, looking good. NG is rising. ITT is rising. And torque is rising. And NG is in the green. We're looking good. And we got ourselves a good start. Go throttle back to neutral. Perfect. We can turn these guys off. And we'll get our flight directors off. Perfect. Alright, good start, guys. Alright, battery's coming on. So let's go ahead and let's load up the plane here. Start our flight. And we're looking good there. Perfect. Alright, everything looks like it's in the right position. We'll get that taxi light on. Get our parking brake off. Mixture's going full. We'll do a little bit of thrust to get us moving forward. And that's all we need to get moving on that. Why does this literally look better than real life? It's a great question. It looks really good. That's why I enjoy it so much. It's 2070 putting in work. It's very true. I think I'm clocking in at like 50%. Or no, 50% on my CPU. And of course my graphics card is at 100%, but that's not a real problem. Alright, we're going to cross this runway, so we'll get our strobe lights on, landing lights on, lit up like a Christmas tree as we cross over this active runway. Nobody's coming, we're good to go. I'm going to get this back to the alpha state. So we're going a little downhill, it looks like. And we'll get our flaps to the set position. Super chats till we get a 3090. Yoshi, I'm into that idea, man. Into that idea. I literally have 2 feet on the brakes right now. I'm putting full brakes in. It's just insane how much go this has. Throttle's at 0. Mixture's back to alpha, which is 50% mixture. I mean, it's crazy what this airplane does. Alright, we're coming up on 3-4 right. We'll make a right turn onto our course. Alright guys, landing checklist. PO heat is on. Flaps are in the down position. Mixture is full. Prop is full. Oops, just knocked over my stream deck. Landing lights are on. Taxi lights are off. And we'll line up here on runway 34. A little bit of a downwind takeoff, but I don't think there's much wind, so I think we should be alright. Alright. Throttles to 40. And we'll go full power. Takeoff power is set and achieved. Airspeed is alive. and we are already taking off. That trim is set way too high. We'll let the airplane just come up off the air, I guess. Get that nose down. I haven't flown this airplane in a long time, so I guess that trim needs to be down more than I thought it does. Try and get back on runway heading. I'm putting so much trim in right now. We'll wait till we clear the airport to go flaps clean. Landing lights can come off though. Still trying to get this thing trimmed out properly. Alright, we can go flaps clean. That'll bring us down also. And we'll pull our power back. Don't want to over torque the engine. We'll make our right turn. That was crazy. It just ballooned right up there. There's the airport. Fly straight a little bit. Once we clear the airport, then we can go to our correct heading. A little bit more power. Bring our prop down. Just a little bit too much airspeed. We'll bring that prop down a little bit more. And I think we're almost clear of the airport. Clean the mixture a little bit. Alright, I'm going to turn right. Course. And we'll level out. We do have these hills ahead of us. I think we'll be able to clear those. Good, about to cross 9,000 feet. Get our sounds down here. It's a little better. 1,000 feet to go. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be able to clear those mountains. Keep hand flying this thing. It's just so fun to can fly it, you know. 200 feet to go. 100. And we'll start to put some nose pressure down as we level out at 10,000 feet. And we'll trim. Bringing my prop back. Don't over torque, but keep the same torque going. And we're just we're ascending. So I want to put some correction in there. Keep trimming out. Watch our heading though. I do want to fly up and over these mountains though. Do some VFR. Flying all we can. Put more trim in as this plane likes to climb. Alright, we're looking good. About 100 feet above our altitude that we wanted, but I'll take 100 feet. I don't know what lake this is. I have no idea what lake that is. I'm gonna try and swoop through this little crevice right here. Get over the lake. Straighten up, get coordinated flight going here. Looking good. Not bad at all. I always try to go to that wing view when I don't have autopilot on, and it is not a good idea. Enjoy the cruise over the water, guys. I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Made it over to Lake Tahoe. Oh, look at that. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Well, Chris, I'll let you know right now. Do an altitude hold. How's that? That doesn't suck. Sheesh. Sheesh is right. That's right, UPS who? Hey, we're a FedEx channel over here. Alright. I believe the airport is somewhere over there. In fact, I see it right there. So, let's do this. Let's go back to planning. And actually, that is where I wanted to be. My bad. Let's see, so we've got an elevation, field elevation of 6,200, so we want to be at 7,700 feet. So we can go ahead and throw that in. 7,700 feet. Cool. And we can go ahead and V-speed that down. Oops, V-speed is what I meant to put. Perfect. And on heading mode, we'll go ahead and start to turn to our left. Go a little bit more. Another 10 degrees or so. Cool. So we're going to try and land on runway 18. That seems to be the way the wind is going. So we'll give that a shot. But so far it looks pretty good. We've got just the one kind of terminal over here to the right, so not too many options there. We'll probably make, let's see, we'll probably make, why am I blanking on what H stands for? Wow. What is H in the phonetic alphabet? Why can't I think of what that is? We got Frank and Echo right here. So if anything, we'll make Frank. What is H? Oh, man. That makes me sad. I'm gonna V-speed down just a little bit more. Pull our power back. Hotel! Chris! Thank you for jumping in, Chris. Glad to see you. Both Chris's coming in with the answer. Hotel. Thank you, guys. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. Alright, we'll keep pulling our power back. And I'm gonna go another, I don't know. Oh, I do that every time, guys. Every time. Heading mode. I guess that's why in real aircrafts they separate the heading and vertical speed buttons. Chris is everywhere I look. Yosh, we're surrounded. We are surrounded. Yeah, I'm gonna keep pulling this power back. I'm get our audio back to mostly flight sim. You know what? I'm actually going to take control here, and I'm going to go to the right. I'm going to shallow out that descent. Correct. This is an 8,500 foot runway. That is correct. What did I say field elevation was? 6,200, so we're looking for 7,700, so we're a little low. We can go flaps 1. We'll put more power in. That's going to help us climb a ton. There's the airport to our left. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to come up through here and go around this hillside and catch this runway over here. Alright, there we go. We're at pattern altitude now. We're looking good. We'll flip our landing lights on. So I'm gonna hug these mountains and almost do like a teardrop almost. Okay, now I'm gonna start turning to the left, turning our base leg. Don't want to ascend, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna roll this out. See where we're at. That's a short final. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. We might have to circle this one again, guys. Ah, no. We're going for it. Flaps full. Full send, why not? Make a steep turn. Go throttle back to idle. Ah, we're good. Might be a little fast on our landing speed, but that's okay. Alright guys, let's go into landing checklist mode. Lights are good. Prop is full, mixture's full.
500.
Start to shallow this out a little bit. Actually going to be a little slow. I'm landing it right on the numbers. And we'll go throttle back to idle. And we'll go into a flare. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And we're down. Reversers. Stow those reversers. Well, we missed Echo. Here's Foxtrot. Thank you, sir. That was a good one. Perks of not having passengers. Full send the landing. That's right, Adam. Adam, how you doing, man? Thanks for jumping into the stream. Taxi all the way down here. ahead and bring myself back in. That was a good one. Last minute decision to go ahead and land. Ended up being a good decision. Thought we were going to be fast. We ended up being slow. Buttered that one in. Those ones always feel good. Take our mixture back to alpha. And we're clear of the runway. We'll go flaps clean. Chris, I really hope you're playing a funny joke on me. I really hope you're playing a funny joke on me. My guess is I see that chat, so I'm hoping that hoping internet was bad. All right, landing lights can come off, taxi lights can't come on. Go into the ramp here. Oh, your internet crashed. Dude, what's up with Spectrum right now, man? Go ahead and take this right turn here. We'll go to the left. We'll park right next to this Bonanza. Actually, well, come on, guys. For real? One of these days, I'm just going to turn all that airport stuff off. I'm actually going to park it here. Oops, slammed the brakes a little too hard there. My bad. I'm going to park it here in case I do one more. Alright, parking brake's coming on. That'll end the flight. Perfect. We'll bring our prop and mixture down to nothing. We'll take our lights off. Go over to our battery and starter. We can get this to the off position. This can come to the off position as well. Go up to our fuel tanks, get those to the off position. And we can go ahead and get our avionics off. I'll say that it wants us to end it, but we say not quite yet. And we'll get our battery to the off position. And seatbelt signs and no smoking light is off. There we are, sitting right next to a 172. Well, guys, what do you think? One more? Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. That one we only made 2,500, but it's a shorter flight, so makes sense. Let's go to my flight. Oops, sorry. Let's go to logs. KTVL. (2Q5). 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 passengers. 24 nautical miles. Where's 2Q5? Oh, you know what? This might have been the dirt one that I landed at. Let's go KTVL. Now, if I remember, this is 25NV. Parker Carson. Let me confirm that's right. Yep, Parker Carson. Right on. Yeah, we'll do one more. That's a short one. Let's close this out. Yeah, we can close that out as well. Go find Trent Palmer's house. I don't even. Do you know what Truckie's ICAO code is? TRK. It's on the other side of the lake. You were right. We literally did go right over it. Yeah, we could take off, fly around there, and then come back. Fly over to Carson. That'd be fun. He lives north of Reno, though. I don't know where Reno is in conjunction with this. What is this? TFR. Is this a military base? Yeah, Air Force Base. Alright. Yeah, we'll do that. That won't be very long. Might lose us a little bit of money, but who cares? Alright, so let's pick up these guys. And we'll add those. And I need to rent the airplane one more time. We'll rent it dry. Go to my flight. Ooh, I'm gonna have to refuel. How much money is this even making me? I'm not entirely sure this is worth it. Whatever. We'll do it anyways. Alright, so we'll refuel. We'll throw this guy a bone. Price of fuel here is not bad. We'll go 20 gallons. Alright. Let's jump back to the simulator. And let's go to our batteries. Get our battery to the on position. Avionics can come on. Fuel tanks can come on. Go to our avionics. Get that started up here. We're going to be flying VFR one more time. Altitude, though, let me get these guys off, and we'll turn our flight directors off. Altitude,
TOS system test. Okay.
we'll try and make our way up to 10,000 feet, but if we could stay below that, that would be better. Okay, great. Alright, we'll go to our power management, and looks like our trim is good. Last time I royally messed us up on trim, so we'll hold that there. Prop can go to full. This can go to about 10%. We'll head over to battery. Get our fuel pump fuel pump to the on position. Starter's coming on. We'll watch our avionics. We're looking for 10% on that NG. Beacon light is on. There's 10%. We'll go 50% mixture. Numbers are coming alive. Oil pressure's in the green. ITT is rising. Torque is rising. And we've got ourselves a good start. Power can go back to neutral. Navigational lights can come on. We'll go ahead and start our flight. Cool. And taxi light is coming on. Parking brake's coming off. Mixture's going to full. We'll do just a little bit of thrust to get out of here. And we're moving. And we'll make a right turn. I noticed that that second avionics isn't on. We'll get that in just a second. Got a little bit of a sunset flight. If that sun goes down too much, we won't be able to finish this flight because there is no lights at the other airport. It is basically a dirt runway. It's a privately owned airport. Okay, I see that windsock out in the distance there. So we'll go ahead and make a right turn here for runway 36. Alright, now that we're out here, let's go ahead and get that second avionics switched to the on position. There we go, we're alive. So our flight here is we're going to depart to the north. We're going to go find Truckee Airport. That's Trent Palmer. He's a YouTuber and bush pilot. Flies drones for a living. Basically one of my heroes. He's got an airport at his an airstrip at his house. Gotta love that. Let me get this back to Alpha. So we'll go up there, we'll circle Truckee, and we'll make our way over to this privately owned airstrip. Unless it gets dark, then we'll make our way back over here. We'll land at Reno, we'll cancel the flight. Cheat a little bit, but who cares? Trying to hold that center line. Like I said, man, you have to fly this plane with your feet so much. It's crazy. Bush pilot for the uninitiated must seem like a farce. Good point. Bush pilots are pilots that basically fly in the middle of nowhere. They land on sometimes airports, sometimes they just land on flat ground. So it just kind of depends. What's our flaps configuration? Have we set our flaps yet? We have not. Everything else is ready to go. Let's get these to the normal position. This can come to the off position. Alright, let's get out of here. No one's coming down final. Pretty sure no one's coming down the other side. And we'll line up, put our brakes on, set our power, and we'll blast on out of here. Alright, we'll go ahead and pause here, and we'll set our power. Landing light's coming on, taxi light is off. And we'll release the brakes. Power can come up even more. Alright, takeoff power is set and achieved. Airspeed is alive. Looking for 70 knots. There's 70 knots, and we'll rotate. Bring the nose up gently. Up and away. Wow, what a beautiful takeoff, guys. Start to trim out this climb. Start to make our left turn on our way to Truckee. Clear the airport, we'll go flaps clean. And we're going to pitch for 104. There's 105 knots there. Steady climb up. Get our landing lights off. Get our nav lights. Our nav lights are already on. Perfect. Starting to get kind of dark. Already through 7,500 feet on our way to 10,000. We're over Lake Tahoe. And we'll bring our prop back. Our power set there. Wow. How beautiful is that? I just have to take a screenshot, guys. And I don't know why it's not letting me take a screenshot. That's weird. See if I can get this going here. Yeah, there we go. Okay. G and screenshot. Screenshot is saved. Look at that tail view. Looks awesome. Thousand feet to go. $300 left. Last 100 feet, we'll start to put some nose pressure down. Start to level out at 10,000. Start to put some trim in. Keep trimming, keep trimming. Plane loves to fly, requires a lot of trim. Alright, let's get our sounds up here to a more relatable level. It's getting loud in there. See, man, this plane just loves to keep climbing. Probably dial our prop back just a little bit. Sync our heading. Go altitude, hold autopilot. That's weird. I don't know what the plane's trying to do there. Should be just trying to hold my heading mode that I just... Oops, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted here. Range. There's Truckee right there. On our way. Let's get some views. Goodness me. Dude, get me out of here. That'll do. That will do. That was very pretty. It's getting dark quick, guys. In fact, I should probably start searching for lights in here. Probably right here. So if I go to power management, maybe I can. Oops. Instruments can come up. I don't want floods on. Avionics, I could probably start to lower. I hate the scroll wheel on this thing, guys. It is so frustrating. Where's the... I guess that's lit up now. Alright, so we're about to be above Truckee. There it is right there. Go ahead and hand fly for a little bit. We are. There's the airport that Trent Palmer takes out from. There's hangars probably somewhere around here. Pretty cool. Wonder what runway he takes off from. Wonder if it's this guy or if it's this guy. Descending quite a bit. Alright, we'll start to make our left turn. Ooh, we might not have enough fuel. We do not have enough fuel, guys. Alright, we're gonna make a crash landing. Oh man, what a way to end the stream, huh? Alright, cool. Well, we're gonna land at Truckee. Try and gain some airspeed here. Can you trim while you don't have any control of your aircraft? I think you can. This is one way to end. We're really going to experience Truckee Airport right now. Okay, I don't want to get too far out. Yeah, that's it right there. So we'll go ahead and start turning final. We're just going to coast our way down there. Well, if there was ever a time to run out of fuel, over another airport would probably be the best time to do that. I really thought 20 gallons of fuel would be enough for us, but I was obviously wrong. Okay, we're gonna have to put some flaps in. And let's get this over here. Go flaps full. So it slows us down. Basically just going to fall right out of the sky and do our best to give a soft landing. Luckily this has what looks to be a lot of runway. Alright, landing lights are coming on. That was a tough call because I didn't want to get, you know, too far away from the airport, but we were really high. Well, we're just going to coast our way down here.
500.
And I'm going to start to pull up a little bit. Give us at least somewhat of a decent landing. I'm not going to have any thrust reversers. Don't think we're going to need it though. We're going to land halfway down this runway. Alright, we'll go into our flare. And we're down. Well, we made it. Let's just try and exit the runway, huh? Look at that, our prop stopped. Got a dead prop. Try and get off the runway. There's already a bus here to take these people to where they need to go. Well, that was an eventful end. Wow. Wow. I don't even know. I want to jump over to here. What does it even mean for this? Can I cancel selected assignments? Invalid input. Oh, because I didn't select anything. What happens if I just cancel these guys? Yeah, it says it's at Truckee. So does that mean... Yeah, I lost $200 on that? That makes sense. It's at Truckee with no fuel. Well, I apologize to the owner, but that's pretty funny. Brutal, guys. Am I able to get my flaps up? I have hydraulics, right? Yeah. Well, you said you wanted to see Truckee Airport. We're seeing Truckee Airport. This is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It was a little bit of a weird one. Not sure when we'll do one of these again. I start my new job next week, so we'll kind of see what happens with that and what happens with the stream. But we're going to try to stream at least once a week, and that once a week being an in-flight entertainment. So if we can get to these extra flights, then we will. But if not, we'll at least have that in-flight entertainment. Our next stream is this Sunday at 5 p.m. In-flight entertainment will be playing PGA 2K21, and then we'll be flying from Ontario, California to Salt Lake City, Utah in the CRJ 700. So that should be a pretty good flight. So, all right, guys. Well, I apologize for the ending. Gosh, I kind of apologize for the stream altogether. Kind of a weird stream. We lost internet halfway through and everything. But we are going to end it here. So with that, thank you again for always taking part in a Fox on Final Airlines flight. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.